Hello everyone. We're going to interview an OFW, are also known as overseas Filipino worker. But before the interview, I'll be giving you a brief overview what transnationalism is. So, transnationalism refers to flows and exchanges that take place across national borders. These include but are not limited to the cross-border movements and circulation of bodies, ideas, informations, and things. And second, it creates a greater degree of connection between individuals, communities, and societies across borders, bringing out the changes in the social, cultural, economic, and political landscape of societies of origin and destination. The OFW that we are going to interview is a 27 years old audit assistant manager working in one of the leading auditing firms in United Kingdom. Hi, Miss May. Thank you for allowing me to interview you and for allotting me your time. Miss May, if I may ask, how long how long have you been in the UK and how is life there?
Hi, Ken. Good evening there in the Philippines and good afternoon here in the United Kingdom. So, I'm still new here in the UK. I arrived here last year, October 2021. So, it's already half a year now. Honestly, or I may say, the life here is better than in our home country, Philippines. I might be homesick because my entire family is there in the Philippines, but the quality of life in general is good, and of course, the pay is way more higher than what I have earned in the Philippines. I can surely say that the exhaustion after a tiring day at work is all worth it, and no problem with homesickness because we can all get by with that. And also, I have an annual leave which I could go home in the Philippines.
Second question, Miss, what made you go what made you go and work abroad?
What made me go and work abroad? Actually, Ken, working abroad is one of my childhood dreams. God is just so good that He led me here. I've been promoted from my position as a senior auditor in the Philippines just last year, few months before I came here, and I was seconded here in the UK. It might be new to you, Ken, so I'm giving you an insight about it. Secondment is a period of time when an employee is sent to work somewhere else. It may be to increase the number of workers, to replace other workers, or to exchange experiences or skills. So mine is to exchange or share my experiences or skills to my UK host employer. So I'm on assignment for a UK resident employer while remaining employed by my employer in the Philippines. So this secondment is not permanent. My stay here in the UK is just temporary. I'll be here for just 2 years. So the purpose of this is for my professional growth, the skills, experiences, and business knowledge I developed during my stay here could be beneficial and would make me a long-term asset of the company. On the other hand, my UK host employer will gain new insights and a new perspective of their business development and growth because sometimes naman, 'di ba, it takes a fresh pair of eyes to find new possible solutions to the recurring problems.
Have you considered migrating, working, or living abroad permanently, Miss?
Have I considered migrating or working abroad permanently? Partly yes. Yes, because first, the employment opportunities, frankly speaking, the pay is the biggest factor of that reason. I can sustain my family back home and for my future family na din. And second, the education system. Not to degrade the education we have in our country because we have a good education back home. And it's one of the factors that brought me here. Just that the education here in UK is free for children below 18 years old. So if you are already a PR or a permanent resident, it will be free for your kids. But I'm also considering other countries and not just UK. Third, not to deny the people here are so nice so far, and of course the places. Tourism is also rich here, just like in the Philippines. And Filipinos back home might want to come and live here just because of the place or want to experience the weather just like the snow. But when you're here, you will realize that we just have to appreciate our own because these countries are just as good as we've seen on pictures. Partly yes, because I don't consider living permanently because my end goal is to have my life back in the Philippines after retirement. So maybe it's up to my future family if they want to permanently live abroad. We'll cross the bridge when we get there.
Um, Miss, what do you think are the impacts of migrating or moving abroad to our country?
What do I think are the impacts of migrating or moving abroad to our country? So, in a positive light, we OFWs are the economic lifeline of the Philippines, as we all know that. And with the remittances, we contribute a huge percent of the country's GDP, or also known as gross domestic product. And also with the money we send our family back home, the taxes of the Kalikbayan taxes we send is not a joke. So that contributes to our country's economic growth. And in a negative side, of course, Filipinos migrating to seek better opportunities abroad results to loss of skilled labor. Like when nurses migrate, there is a shortage of nurses in our country. And to be honest, healthcare workers have the best opportunities here abroad, and we cannot blame these people if they want to migrate, live, or work here abroad.
So, what have I learned in this interview in relation to transnationalism and the factors that affect global migration? I have learned that transnational connections created by migrants can become vehicles for economical, social, and cultural growth through OFWs, remittances, which increase countries' GDP, gross domestic product, business enrichment, and promotion of tourism. So I have learned that also employment opportunities are the most common reason due to which people migrate.